Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Emanuel Pull. That's right. Telling me softly, it's all right.
Roberta Flack.
I thought your name was a you.
I'm with District 1199 SEIU. We represent healthcare and service workers throughout the state. And Chairman, I was wondering if it would be all right to give testimony on Senator Satchel's bill as well, the caregiver,
Yes.
minimum wage as well. I wanted to thank Senator Satchel for putting in his increase for the minimum wage for direct service professionals. These are folks that take care of individuals with developmental disabilities around the clock. They're making about $11 or $12 an hour in the state. That is from Senate policy numbers that were crunched a couple of years ago. It's a real problem. These people do incredible work. They enrich our community by taking care of a really important population, and they have they make a vital contribution to our economy by allowing the families of these adults living with developmental disabilities to go to work and have dignity in their own lives. And we're going to have a huge problem. I know it's been mentioned a few times. The minimum wage in Massachusetts is $11 an hour. If we continue to pay this workforce only $11 to $12 an hour, they're not going to do this work. You can look at all the agencies throughout the state. They have 15, 20 vacancies that they can't fulfill for this position. And we're going to have a crisis in our long-term care system taking care of these folks. In Massachusetts, similar workers are moving to $15 an hour on July 1. These workers are going to start going to Massachusetts. 75–80% of the state of Rhode Island can drive over the border within 20 minutes. So what Senator Satchel's bill does is it phases in a minimum wage over the next 3 years for this group to $15 an hour. I don't even think that's enough, but this is really an attempt to avert a crisis. We appreciate the General Assembly the last 2 years, including a wage increase in the budget for this group of workers, but we need to move. We need to move faster. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, for letting me testify on that. District 1199 SEIU also supports the $15 minimum wage that Senator Calkin has introduced. I think it's pretty simple. If one different perspective is if wages had kept up with worker productivity, workers would be making $18.42 an hour. And I think the fight for 15, which really started with 100 striking workers in New York, is getting momentum. This is becoming a real thing. It's snowballing. There's states, there's cities that are starting to pass the $15 minimum wage. We think Massachusetts is going to do it this year, and we need to start raising the minimum wage. I don't have, there's a lot of moral reasons to do that. But one interesting bit of information is the Rhode Island Housing every year puts out what affordable housing would cost, and basically you'd have to make $18.49 an hour to be able to afford housing as a family of 3 in Rhode Island. We got to start raising people's wages. I think there's a lot of companies that aren't doing the right thing. I think when you raise wages for low-income, moderate-income people, you actually stimulate the economy, and there's a lot of companies that could be paying more, and we as taxpayers are actually subsidizing them because those workers are going on right care, SNAP, etc. People should have the dignity of a living wage whenever possible. And we just would like to thank Senator Lynch for her continued effort to raise the minimum wage like she has the last few years. And we also support Senator Goldin's efforts to raise the tip minimum wage. Thank you, Chairman and members of the committee.